Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of Python FX TV. Today we'll just be basically going through the MT4 platform. We'll show you guys how to use the MT4 platform, how to navigate the MT4 platform, how to set it up, how to make it user-friendly, especially for the beginner eyes. So we'll take you guys through the whole thing from the installation to everything. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notifications button, okay? And then also remember this podcast is sponsored by markets.com. So on the link down below, there's a link on the description rather down below. There's a link in markets.com. You guys can just click on that link, sign up, open your accounts, and yes, let's get straight into it. Welcome guys again. Thank you for joining us once more. As I said, today I'll be taking you guys through the MT4 platform as to how do you actually navigate the MT4 platform and all that. Okay, obviously, for you to trade, you need to have a software, right? And this is the software that you'll be using. It's called MetaTrader 4. MetaTrader 4. You can create your account on MetaTrader 4 using the link on markets.com down below. Okay, so without wasting more of your time, let's just get straight into it. Okay, so what's usually going to happen is that when you open your MT4 account, it's mostly going to be like this. Okay, so after that, what you're gonna do is you wanna make this a bit more user friendly, especially for beginners. Because now if you're a beginner and you open your charts and you start seeing all these things, you just get confused as to, okay, what's going on. So the simplest way that I'm going to show you guys is basically what I've been using all this time, and it's been working very well for me. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to remove all these things on your screen and be left with nothing but your candlesticks. Okay, I'm sure if you guys don't know what candlesticks are, please watch the previous video that we posted on just the normal basics. That's going to take you through from what is the Forex market to everything Forex. Okay, it's going to tell you everything that you need to know, which is basically the terminology that we use in the Forex environment. So the first thing you want to do is you want to remove these boxes. You see this grid on your screen. So the simplest thing you can do is right click and press on grid. Alternatively, you can use your keyboard shortcuts. You can press Control G. It adds them back. Control G takes them away. And then we have these lines, which is the dividers, the session dividers. We also explained it and explained what they are for in the previous video. So you can just simply remove those by pressing Control on your keyboard. Control Y, Y for Yankee. Control Y adds and removes these lines also. Okay, cool. Now you have these three indicators down here. Okay, these are called indicators. It's something else that you use as you'll be busy with your trading. So you can just right click and delete indicator, right click, delete indicator. Alternatively, you can just right click and go on indicator list. You will find all your indicators here. You can just click on the one that you want to delete and then just go delete. Click on it and then delete. And if you actually want to edit it, because sometimes you find that people say there's a specific indicator that you have to use, but you have to edit it and customize it to whatever you want. Okay, you can also obviously customize the color, which is also optional, and customize what is it if you want these lines to show like this or whatever, but I want it solid. You can also make them a bit thick, and then you can also customize the levels. So say for instance you want this to be 28 and then this to be 72, right? You can still do that and then go okay and then close that. You can see now that my RSI, relative strength index, down here has been updated, right? It has the 72. It used to be 70. Remember when we opened it, it was 70. And then we have the 28 down here. And then this line, you'll realize that it's now a bit thicker than before, okay? So you can also do that on your MT4, but for the purpose of this training, I'll delete that indicator. I'll use that long method of deleting it so you guys can see and grasp that. Also, you mostly want to have your chart like this, okay? But I know this is still a bit confusing for a beginner. So what you want to do is you want to go properties. Alternatively, you can just press F8 on your keyboard. These are shortcuts. These are shortcuts that you can really utilize. You can just press F8. Okay, I think it's refusing, so I'm going to press is the function key, then F8. Now, man, Windows F8. Okay, I don't know why it's not allowing me to do that, but it's fine. So I'll just go properties. I'll use this and go properties. Okay. From here, you can change the background to white, but I personally prefer mine as black. White becomes too bright for me, but obviously you can use any color of your own choice. So can change that to white, and then the foreground is also white, but in this case, let's make it black. The foreground are the edges here, okay? White, black, and then bar up. Remember, we have two type of candlesticks. We have a candlestick that is bullish, meaning it opened at the bottom and closed at the top. So, meaning price went up from the moment this candlestick opened. Again, we explained this in the basics video. When the price opens down here, this is going to be our open, and then if it closes at the top here, price opens down here, this is going to be our open, and closes at the top, it's going to be our close. So that candlestick should be green, because now remember, green is going up while red is going down. So unfortunately, we do not have green on our colors here, so on our options, so we'll just use lime, and then bar down. Obviously, it's red because it's going down. It means the candlestick opened at the top and closed at the bottom. The bull, we're going to use lime again, because remember, bullish candles are the ones that are going up. So it opens at the bottom and closes at the top, okay? Bear candles, it's bearish candles, which means they opened at the top and closed at the bottom. Again, we touch on these. We explained these on the previous video in depth, okay? So for the sake of this, for the purpose of this training, you can just basically ignore everything else. And then, yeah, you can switch it. And then this is going to be your normal chart. Okay, this now makes it easier for the naked eye to see that, okay, we have a bearish candle here. We have a bullish candle here. Bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish. Okay. And then what you then want to do is, okay, personally, I prefer mine black like this, because remember I said, if it's white, it just becomes too colorful for me. Sorry, I forgot to change the foreground to white also. I forgot to change the foreground to white. Okay, so this is my normal normal chart. Okay, but you don't want to be doing this every time you open your chart. Obviously, this is too much work. So what you want to do is, mine is already saved, as you can see, as default. But for the purpose of this training, I can just go save template. So you'll save this as template. To save that, you'll click on this button here at the top right, says templates, as you can see. You just wanna save this template, and then you go default, okay? You go default. I already have default on my system, as you can see. So I'm just gonna replace that because it's exactly the same. And then that's it. So now if I had to come up here and open up a new chart or a new pair, then it's always gonna show me this normal chart, okay? So I don't wanna be doing that all the time. Okay, so another thing that maybe I can explain, or that I can show you guys, is you'll find your currency pair at the top here. Okay, you'll find your currency pairs at the top here. Whatever currency pair you want to trade, remember, you can just check here. Alternatively, you can also press Control Market Watch. No, right click and then Market Watch. Where's Market Watch? Market Watch, Market Watch. Okay, I usually use Control M on my keyboard. Control M usually shows me my market watch, and then these are all the candles, the pairs that you can trade, obviously, from your currency pairs, which is your normal currency pairs, the majors, the minors, and the exotics. They are all here. You also have your indices and your stocks on the same thing. So mostly when it comes up, when you open it, it comes like this. Hide all. it comes like this. So this is just a few currency pairs. It's just loading there. It comes like this with just a few currency pairs. So what you want to do is you want to change that to show all. And then now you have your currency pairs opening just here. Okay, but this is, I find this to be very, it's a long process. So just press Control M to open, Control M to close. So you have all these things. If you click on this, create new charts, you can just see all these things here at the top left. Okay, they are all there. And then here, oh, this is actually the market watch at the top here. Okay, I hardly use these ones. I usually use shortcuts most of the time because, you know, they just save time, you know. And then here we have the terminal. Okay, the terminal is basically going to show you your trades, your account, and everything. So this is your terminal where you can have, if you have your trades open, you can use this. And then here you can see that it says balance $2. And then here on equity, it says equity $2.7 again. So if you want to change this, obviously, if your balance is $2 and your equity is $2 and you have a trade open, say for instance, we had to take a trade right now, we take a trade and the trade goes into $10 profit, our balance is going to stay as $2, but on equity, it's going to be $12.27 because we are $10 in profit. Okay, so our equity is our current running trades. If we have trades running at the moment, okay, if we currently have trades open, then whatever balance, whatever positive or negative that's there is going to be our equity. Okay, but if we close all our running trades, then our equity is going to become our balance. That's how that works. And then you also have your account history here. It's just going to show you everything in terms of your account and everything, in terms of your trades that you've taken and everything. Okay, you can click here to close it. That's basically all you use down here most of the time. You just use your trade, which is where you have your trades running, and then your account history, which is where you actually track your running trades, or your history, your closed trades. Okay, you check that on account history. I'll go in depth with this on the next video. I think I'll drop it this coming week. Where I'll just show you how to then use this account history to your advantage so that you understand exactly what you're doing wrong or what you're doing right in your trading. Okay, and then we were explaining the terminal, and then we have the new order. Okay, again, we explained this on our basics video, which you can check out. So here you can basically choose. So as soon as you click new order, remember we're on Euro USD right now. So if we are to switch to USD ZAR and click on new order, this thing, our symbol here is also going to go to USD ZAR. It's actually dependent on which pair you are on. However, you can always also change this to whatever. So if you're on USD ZAR like this, but you wanted to take a trade on, say, Euro NZD, you can just change that to Euro NZD. It's going to update everything. And then on this block here on the left-hand side, we have the bid and the buy. This is the difference between the bid and the buy, which becomes your spread. Okay, this is how you check your spread, how wide or how small your spread is on this one over here. Okay, the second one would be your volume. Your volume is your lot size. Your lot size should be from 0.01 obviously to 999 or 1,000 lots. So you will choose what lot size you want to use on this one. Okay, and then your stop loss after making your analysis, of which if you guys are still beginner traders, it's probably going to be hard to know where to put your stop losses and your take profit, but you can just use those figures. If you find a figure here, just use those figures here, and then that's it. And then you can ultimately make a comment saying news update. Maybe there's there's news that were coming out, so you're taking this trade based on those fundamentals. You can just do that. Okay, and then we have the market execution. This is, I think we actually went through this on the previous video where we show you what is it that you can do to do that. So yeah, Market execution would be if I put in my stop loss and my take profit, and then I go buy by market or sell by market, I go on the trade now. While on market execution is like your pending orders, which is your buy limits and your stop limit, your limit orders and your stop orders. Sorry. So that's just those two on that one. Okay. The other thing that you can do, I'll just close this. If you are now experienced in your trading, you can have this thing open down here so that you'll choose your lot size. If you want to use 0.01, since you're a beginner, you'll use the 0.01, and then you can just click buy or sell by market. This is instant execution. So if I click on buy and sell, I go instantly on the market. Okay, my trade is going to be active. So if you think this might be a problem for you while you are busy analyzing, you don't want to press this by mistake, you can always just have it closed like that, but it's really not a big deal. Okay, so yes, that was your new order. You won't be using these auto trading things much. Remember, we have our bar charts. Moving on, we have our bar charts, meaning price opened on the left and closes on the right. So the green ones would be the bullish ones, the red ones would be the bearish ones, but this is not so user friendly, so we won't be using this much. We'll be using our candlestick. So this is our candlestick, but if you want to choose to maybe make a few analysis on the line graph, you can also do that by clicking this line graph over here. Okay, and then we have the zoom in and the zoom out button. Obviously, that's just as simple as it is. So if you want to zoom out and see an overview of the market, this is what I prefer most of the time, because you see exactly what price is going to do. Okay, or you see exactly what price is currently doing at this specific time. Okay, so I like it zoomed out like that. Moving on. Okay, this is just the windows of all the currency pairs that I currently have open right now. Okay, so mostly, okay, these are the ones that you see down here. Okay, these are the ones that you see down here. And then we have this thing, this zoom and scroll. I want you guys to have this thing mostly deactivated like this, because if you have it activated, what happens is it kind of pushes your chart to your current price. Okay, so if you want to make an analysis, you'll find that you're still trying to scroll back like this. You're still trying to scroll back, and then it just keeps going back like it's doing now. Just keeps taking you back. So it's because of this. You see what it just did? It's because of this. So you can just deactivate that, so that when you want to refer back to history, you can do that with ease. Okay, but if you want to take it back to current price, you can just click that, and it's just going to take you back. And then this one is for, you see, price is exactly at the edge of your screen at the top, on the right hand side here. So you don't want it to be like that, because now it's hard to analyze. Okay, so you just press this so that price kind of moves to the middle of your screen. Now it's easier to navigate. So you'd have the green one closed and the red one activated. Okay, and then this is your indicator list. If you want to add any indicators, but this is now based on your strategy, so you can just add and remove your indicators. Click OK. If you want to add another one, maybe you want to go on volume and add the accumulation / distribution, you can add that as well, depending on whatever indicator that you want to use. Also, you can use different other indicators like what's this? Let me see. Custom indicators, and you want to use the awesome oscillator. Okay, you can also use that. And then obviously, right, for the purpose of this exercise, we will have to delete these because we don't use them much. For the circles of this exercise, I'm going to delete all my indicators. There's another way that you can add your indicators, which is at insert up here, indicators, and then you can just choose all your indicators up here. Insert indicators, but it's really unnecessary. And then there's another one with shapes. Depending on what strategy you're using. Okay, this one I use it mostly to mark things like my order block, or maybe my support and resistance, or if I want to analyze this portion of the of my, let me just delete this one because my chart is becoming too so let's say I want to analyze this on the higher time frame now. I'll just mark it like this and then go H4. Then I see that, oh, okay. So on H4, it's giving me this, but when I switch to M15 on my 15 minutes time frame, this is what it was giving me. So you basically use these things to your advantage. And then we have this, what's this vertical line over here. We can draw it from wherever to wherever. Maybe you want to analyze this also on the higher time frame. You can just do that, saying, okay, from this day to this day, and then go on your daily chart and zoom in. You find that, oh, okay, these are my candlesticks for that period. You know what I'm saying? So you can use these things whatever way you want to use them. We'll also have this one, which is the horizontal one, where you can also use it to draw your support and resistance or whatever. So whatever you want to use it for, these are your tools basically that you're going to use. Okay, and then we have this one. This is a trend line. You can draw it from here to here, saying, okay, I'm expecting price to still come down here or whatever. But when you guys open your charts, most of the time, the first time you download your MT4 and install it, you'll find that here on parameters, there's this thing on Ray, which makes your thing like this. It's kind of like never ending like this. It's like infinite. So what you want to do is, because it's not so user friendly also, and it's like this, and it just makes your chart full. So you want to remove that, and then you want to go trend line. Most of the time it's going to be uncommon. You can change to whatever color that you want to change to. You can change also how thick you want it to be here, and then go on parameters, remove the ray, and it's just going to be a normal one. You see now I've changed the color of this thing and it's back to normal. So I want you guys to use it like that. It's more user friendly. And then we have our Fibonacci tool, which we will also go deep into, but you can use this to drag and drop. And then you can also use this to edit. You can also edit your Fibonacci levels. These are my new levels that I edited. You can change the color to whatever color that you want. And you can, visualization, everything. This is just on your Fibonacci tool, okay? So this is just the basics of how to use this thing. And then we have the text here. Say, for instance, you want to make your notes saying, okay, at this level, we have our support level. Maybe we are talking down here. We have our support level. Then you leave it down there and say, okay, this is my support. Next time it comes here, I already know that I have whatever support. Or you want to make your notes saying, I want to take my trade. I want to take my trade when market gets down here. So I already know that I want to execute. I don't know if my spelling is right, but I already know that I want to execute a trade when the market gets down here. So you can just do that. You can use this for whatever reason that you guys want to use it for. Okay. It's not made for specific reasons. No, it's just to help you. It's just to help you with your trading. It's just to help you with your trading and all that stuff. Okay. To delete this, you can go on objects list like this, and then you can say you want to delete the trend lines. You can just delete the trend line, delete the other one, or you can just right click on it and then delete. Okay. Double click. If it's like this, it's just a word. You won't be able to do anything to it. But if you want to delete or edit it, you can just double click, right click and delete, or text properties. You can now change if you want to change anything on it. But for the purpose of this exercise, I'll just delete it because there was no reason. There's no reason for me to have it there. And then we have this rectangle. I've explained this, but it will not be here when you open up your chart, okay? So you see there's this small dot. What are these lines? I don't know. Small dotted lines. I'm going to just right click on that and then customize, okay? So you can add every other one that's not there. There's this triangle also if you want to edit there, so that you can maybe draw. There's people who trade this pattern. What is it called again? Harmonics, if I'm not mistaken. So you can use this to mark your triangle saying, okay, this is my butterfly. And then when price comes down here, they usually say, okay, my butterfly is probably complete for whatever calculations that you have. And then you can buy when price gets there. So you can also just use that to your advantage. depending on whatever you want to use. And then on our right hand side here, moving on our right hand side, we now have our time frames. Okay, remember we explained this saying each time frame you can also add or remove. Okay, there's nothing else to add because we usually have all these added, but if you're saying I'm not using the 1 minute chart anyways, you can just remove the 1 minute chart by removing it. It just goes to your left. But if you want to insert, you can just simply just do that. So these are your time frames. So H4, M30, M15. What this means is for each candlestick you see here, it took 30 minutes to form. Okay, so that means every 30 minutes you'll have a new candlestick, which means on a day we'll have about 48 candlesticks on the 30 minutes chart. And then on the M1, this technically means for each and every hour of the day.
Thank you guys for watching. I hope you found that video very insightful. So don't forget, this video was sponsored by markets.com. So if you need a forex broker that is regulated in South Africa, please check the description down below. You sign up and it's a very simple process. Okay, and then if you guys still need assistance with anything else, you want us to make videos on anything that you're struggling with currently in your trading, please comment down below as to what type of videos you guys would like to see, and we will make sure that we bring it straight to you guys. Since from us, the Python FX TV, have a nice one.